and welcome to video 4 out of 5 of me making my wedding dress. This is where I tried finishing everything up. I tried finishing the corset, adding lace to the skirt, and oh no, I made some mistakes with the sleeves and the neckline especially. Anyway, I hope you enjoy part 4 of me making my wedding dress. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so close. So my mom and my sister helped me a bunch more on Monday. I can't remember where I left off with recording, but I know I didn't record to the end of what I did. I sewed the side seams. I think, oh yeah, that's where I left off. I was sewing the casing on, then I put the boning in, and then I think that's it because then I tried it on because it's actually fitting now, like the dress is gonna fit. And I think that I was a little bit concerned about loosening it too much, because when we tested where the side seams should be, we tested it with it had to be the right side out because the corset doesn't work inside out, and we had the flaps hanging out, and then I repinned it with the flaps hanging in, and that made it too tight, but I realized it was because there was like all of this fabric that was on the inside, and so then I loosened it, and I think I might have loosened it a little bit too much, but not too much, because now, because originally I was gonna have like the corset, you can see it more because there's like an inch between the two back sides, but now it just laces up like all the way, which still looks good, but it fits well. It's good. We took some pictures of me wearing it. I still have to sew the rest of the lace onto the skirt, and I have to finish the bottom edge of the corset. That's what I'm doing now, and then I have to do the shoulder and the sleeves and the neckline, and so hopefully that doesn't take too long because I couldn't do anything yesterday. I was so busy with homework, and bridals are in 3 days. It's Wednesday. Bridals are on Saturday. Anyway, so I should be able to hopefully finish the bottom edge and hopefully do the sleeves today and get back to the skirt and hopefully finish sewing the lace on tomorrow. Oh, and then also if I have time, I'm gonna put a bow on the back of the skirt as well because I love bows. Anyway, but so it's going well. I'm just so down on time. I need to finish it. Anyway, bye. Okay, so I finished the bottom and it's looking really nice. It's like that all the way around the bottom. And then I was about to go sew on the sleeves or figure those out, and I just kind of freaked out because I realized I cut the sleeves too small. I realized that what happened was I was using a pattern to cut it because the sleeve shape is unique, right? And so I used a pattern, and I was wondering why it was so long, and so I shortened it a bit, but then I realized that I was using the measurement for under my arm as the measurement that should have been over my arm, and so it made it too short. And then I wouldn't mind it if it was a little bit too short. I'd probably just go with that, but mostly the problem is it made it so, because I tapered it extra, it made it so it doesn't fit around here, around my arm. But I figured out what I can do is, hopefully it doesn't look too sloppy, but I can extend it back because I have enough lace. I don't have enough lace to cut out a whole new sleeve because I used pretty much all of the end parts on the skirt. I mean, it's not sewn on yet, but it's all cut off. But I figured out I can use the end of the sleeve that I already have and just recut the top again. Hopefully it doesn't look too bad. I don't think it should, but we'll see. And I'm just gonna go with that, and hopefully it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine. But so I'm doing that now. I'm recutting the sleeves and then figuring out how to sew the shoulders and the sleeves and the neckline. Okay, so I think it worked the way I tried fixing some of the sleeves. I mean, I don't have them on yet, but if you can see down here, I didn't have any more of the full size with the bottom on because I used all the bottom, but I could cut out a new piece that was the right size minus the bottom and then sew it together, and it doesn't look half bad. You can kind of, I did it in a straight line with kind of that, and that goes about to my elbow, so it actually looks fine. Right now, what I actually just fixed is that when I sewed it, I was thinking it might be easier if it worked out to just have fabric, like a wide sleeve that wasn't like an actual sleeve, and then the rest of that be the sleeve. And it was kind of like wrinkling on itself here, and I realized that I could just sew it in like that so it would stay. And so I just did that, and it seems to have worked just fine. And so now what I'm going to work on is the neckline and the shoulders, and then hopefully I'll be able to add the sleeves, and that's like pretty much it for the top. So things are going well. Okay, so I had a slight problem with the neckline. I was doing it and it was looking great, and then I went to kind of test it and try it on, and I cut the neckline too wide. This was last night. I didn't record it. I was kind of freaking out. I was trying to figure out what to do. I think what I can do is, if it's still too wide when the shoulders and sleeves are put together, I can add an extra layer of lace underneath and make it like a double layered neckline. So I think I can do that. The only problem is that like I was also trying to sew the shoulders and the sleeves, and it just wasn't like working, and so I need help on that. My friend is coming over again today around 5, and so last night and this morning and this afternoon I've been working on the skirt again, because I really just need to get it completely done today. Tomorrow I'm leaving to go back home, and after 9 in the morning I won't have access to my sewing machine anymore, and I don't want to be doing anything the day before either. So that said, I am trying to finish the skirt before my friend comes over, which is, what time is it now? I don't know. I think it's around 2. Anyway, so in like 3 or so hours, and it's actually going pretty well. My back kind of hurts and my knee hurts because I have to do it on the floor like before. The skirt's too heavy to sew on my sewing table, but I've gotten a good portion of it done. Last night I finished the back, and then today I did the entire huge front portion. There's just like this huge portion of lace, and it was hard like straightening it out and making sure it was like, I'm pretty sure it's good. I hope when I put it on it's not suddenly like but I think it's good. Now I'm just doing the sides, so this will probably take another hour and a half, but I am feeling pretty good about this. The only thing with it is I still have to decide if I want to have some more stuff farther up, which I am definitely considering, but I think I'm gonna hold off on like actually pinning that on and putting that on until I'm done with sewing the trim around the edge. And since I put so much on the front, I don't know if I need the stuff on the sides, but if I have time for it, I might as well put it there, because that was part of like my original vision. But so I'm gonna try to do this and the bow that I mentioned that's gonna go on the back before my friend gets here. So once my friend gets here, we can literally just do the shoulders and the sleeves, and that's it, and I'll be done. And I'm crossing my fingers that I finish today. And if everything goes as planned, if I finish the skirt and the bow on the back in the next 3 hours, and I also might sew the inseam of the sleeve, because that's something I can do before my friend gets here. If I'm able to get all that done, I might honestly get the shoulders done around like 6:30, around dinner time, and after that I might even have time to do the underskirt, which I've been meaning to do. It's just a skirt where, because my dress is the skirt is so big and poofy that it's like a nightmare to travel in. Well, I mean, I haven't yet, but it will be a nightmare to mostly get into the car after the wedding reception. But also, my bridals, there's 2 locations, and so traveling from one location to another, I'm definitely gonna have to take my skirt and my hoop skirt off. But it'll be a lot nicer for me to have a like knee-length, short, like thinner skirt to go, that I can switch skirts and then travel more easily. And I don't necessarily need it for bridals, because I could just like wear a different skirt while I'm traveling. But I definitely want it for the wedding, and so I'm hoping I don't have to do any more wedding dressmaking after bridals. So that's something I would like to get done today if I can, but I'm crossing my fingers that I have time. So, but it's going well. Hopefully the fixing the neckline works, but it should, as long as I have my friend to help. So, awesome.